This is the third part of our journey presenting the best voices in progressive rock. And many of the names came from your suggestions in the comments of the previous videos. Check out now another list of 10 incredibly talented progressive rock vocalists. David Gilmour.
So you think you can tell?
David Gilmour is known for his smooth and emotionally resonant voice, which intertwines perfectly with the ethereal guitar solos. His velvety and introspective tone carries a sincerity that brings Pink Floyd's existential lyrics to life, especially in tracks like Comfortably Numb and Wish You Were Here, where his vocal delivery becomes almost hypnotic. Gilmour's ability to convey emotional depth with apparent simplicity is one of his greatest strengths as a vocalist. He doesn't rely on technical exaggeration. His restrained expressiveness and emotional authenticity are enough to touch the listener directly, creating an almost intimate connection with every word sung. Richard Sinclair. Richard Sinclair is one of the most distinctive voices in British progressive rock. With his warm conversational tone, he brought to life lyrics full of subtlety and dreamlike atmospheres in Caravan and Hatfield and the North. His voice seemed to flow effortlessly through winding melodies with disarming ease.
Down the cup of double dog, one brown and British.
When he joined Camel, he added a touch of lightness and pastoral lyricism to the band's more instrumental and exploratory sound. Sinclair sang like someone recalling a dream with a smile at the corner of his mouth, a performance that blended subtle humor, melancholy, and an unmistakably English charm. Robert Wyatt. Robert Wyatt is one of the most unique vocalists in progressive rock, with a voice that blends sweetness, melancholy, and a childlike touch of fragility. His distinct tone and his ability to float between falsetto and deeper notes gives performances a dreamlike and deeply human character. Even after the accident that left him paraplegic, Wyatt continued to explore his voice with courage and originality, turning physical limitations into pure art. His delivery is both personal and experimental, making every sung phrase feel like confession or poetic whisper from another world. Demis Roussos. With a powerful, lyrical, and unmistakable voice, Demis Roussos was a true tenor of progressive rock. His natural vibrato and dramatic expressiveness gave Aphrodite's Child's songs a unique emotional weight, especially in works like 666, where his voice borders on theatrical without ever losing authenticity. Roussos had an impressive range and vocal command, effortlessly shifting between melancholy and grandeur. His vocal presence is so striking that, even decades later, his sonic signature remains instantly recognizable and intensely evocative.
This is a man's voice, you know it.
Bernardo Lanzetti. Bernardo Lanzetti brought a vibrant and theatrical voice to Italian progressive rock. With his raspy tone and vocal delivery that draws from the drama of opera and the urgency of rock, he stood out both in Acqua Fragile and Premiata Forneria Marconi, adding intensity and dynamism to the songs. His ability to alternate between soft phrases and emotional outbursts made him a versatile and passionate vocalist. Lanzetti didn't just sing, he interpreted each word with fervor, turning songs into full emotional performances. You can't miss our list of 10 incredibly technical hard rock vocalists. We're looking forward to hearing your thoughts on that video. Click the card appearing at the top of your screen. Roger Chapman. Roger Chapman has one of the most eccentric and distinctive voices in progressive rock. His wild, tremulous vibrato, almost animalistic, became a trademark and gave family a unique and unmistakable sound. Despite his unusual style, Chapman mastered vocal control, balancing raw power with expressive nuance. His voice carried a raw, spontaneous energy that made each performance feel urgent, alive, and unpredictable. Roger Hodgson. Roger Hodgson is recognized for his sweet, high-pitched, and almost angelic voice, which contrasts sharply with Supertramp's sophisticated arrangements. His clear and emotive falsetto was essential in shaping the band's sound in tracks like The Logical Song and Give a Little Bit, where his vocal delivery is both sensitive and memorable. Hodgson sings as if speaking to the listener's soul, with a youthful purity that remains touching even after decades. His voice is a direct channel of emotion, navigating between joy and melancholy with lightness and sincerity.
Hoping it's gonna come true, but don't criticize their own wife. You never see what you wanna see.
The other half of Supertramp's vocal equation goes by the name of Rick Davies. With a richer and bluesier tone, Rick Davies was a perfect counterbalance to Hodgson's lightness. His voice carried harmonic richness and a certain cynical and reflective air that added depth to the lyrics and intensity to performances. Davies had a strong vocal command, ideal for songs like Goodbye Stranger or Bloody Wellright, where his delivery was more direct and intense. His solid and authoritative vocal presence was an essential part of the duality that made Supertramp sound so distinctive.
You got a right to say, I will go on shining, shining like brand new, and never look behind me.
Klaus Blasquiz. Klaus Blasquiz was more than just a vocalist. He was a human instrument within Magma's complex sonic machine. His powerful, rhythmic, and percussive voice served as an extension of the drums, creating unique textures with the invented Cobain language, something only he could do with such precision and impact.
Sign away.
Blasquiz combined impeccable vocal technique with visceral expressiveness, turning phonemes into emotions. He didn't just sing, he commanded, he paced, he summoned. His role in Magma is almost shamanic, like a vocal guide through otherworldly sonic rituals. Frank Bornemann. Frank Bornemann is a vocalist whose voice became synonymous with Eloy's poetic and spacey aura. His soft, sometimes whispered tone conveys a sense of mystery and contemplation that perfectly matches the band's sonic landscapes. Though not a technical virtuoso, Bornemann sings with authentic feeling, always serving the music's atmosphere. His voice is narrative, almost cinematic, guiding the listener through cosmic journeys with delicacy and intention. This was part 3 of our series on incredibly talented progressive rock vocalists. Once again, featuring names that made history and proved that the voice is also a leading force in this inventive genre. If you know other vocalists who deserve to be in part 4, drop their names in the comments. We're always keeping an eye on your suggestions to keep building this list together. And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to leave a like, share it with those who love progressive rock, subscribe to the channel, and consider becoming a member to support this work even further. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time